If you could say something to your ex right now, what would it be?
I hope you're good. He was amazing, actually. He was an amazing guy.
He was amazing?
Yeah.
Then why you lost feelings?
He just wasn't it for me, but he's a really good guy. Amazing guy.
What can men do to avoid a situation like that? They're an amazing guy. They do everything right.
You can do. Like, it's just like your feelings. Like, there's absolutely nothing. He can treat you like a queen and be the best guy ever, but like, you just, I don't know.
I was literally just having a conversation last night with a lovely young woman, and what she was saying is that she's tired of so many of these dudes committing just the bare minimum for dates with her. And I began to try to explain to her what happens to the majority of men that begin to date, but goes completely over her head. She just doesn't get it. I should have said in this video right here, because this is how dogs are made. No matter what it is that you do, you still get shat on at the end of the day. Is this what they talking about?
Here's a super fun thing that I've been noticing. I'm at a point where I'm 27. And it's a time of life where everyone's starting to freak out and be like, I'm getting older and I'm not making enough money and my status isn't where I want it to be. And obviously, I'm not the only one who is this age. And lately, I'm noticing my friends are getting really weirdly competitive and starting to treat each other like shit and treat me like shit. Competitive about their children and their jobs and projecting all their insecurities onto each other. And this feels like a phase where people lose friends, not because you're an adult and it's hard to make friends as you're an adult, but because you have to start cutting out people who are toxic. So if you can, just remember that it's all fake.
I think the biggest lesson I have learned as an adult so far in my adult life is that bad people can thrive, be successful, have a clear conscience, and sleep like babies at night. That to me. I guess understanding, but also accepting it, because that's just life. Life is unfair. The world is unfair. But that to me is like the biggest thing I have learned.
Mom, stop doing that shit, you weirdo.
Anyways, before we go to the party,
Mom, there's people behind us. Stop recording yourself.
I date in New York City a lot, and dating-wise, there's a lot that's like asked of a man. Like, first dates are like nightmares.
I got a question. Like, yeah.
Dude, it's like, I'm like, what do you want? They got like a checkbox, like, are you gonna pick me up? Are you gonna walk on the outside of the sidewalk? Are you gonna open the door? Are you gonna pull out the seat? Are you gonna pay for the meal? Are you gonna be interesting during the dinner? Are you gonna be funny during the dinner? And then when you walk home, are you gonna drop me off? Are you gonna watch me walk inside? And then are you gonna text me after? And it's like trying to defuse a bomb. Like, if you think you're like red wire, blue wire, and you're like one little thing and you're just done. And it's like, I'm to the point where I'm like, I'm so tired of like paying $150 for a first date, and then you just ghost me. And the next week I'm like hurting for cash. I'm like, I could have really used that $150. Like, why did I have to, you know what
I don't want to be somebody who has kids and stepdad and da-da-da. And over the past 3 years, we've had countless of women who are single mothers. We've had men who are single fathers. And when it comes to the single moms, like I really listened, and I really, really thought that some of these women are really amazing women. And I think we live in a society where people are like, well, they have kids, they're damaged. And I'm like, and I listen to these women, and of course I only get a glimpse of who they are. But I truly believe that there's a lot more to it than just, okay, well, she's a single mom, like I can't take her serious. So I don't believe that anymore. Is that ideal, dating someone who has kids? You know, perhaps not. I would love to have my own kids with my own woman. That would be great. But I'm not as shut off anymore as I used to be completely transparent. But I'm also 30, you know, and so, but yeah, I want to have kids with my wife, and that would ideally be the only children we have together. But to sit there and say, well, just because you have children, I wouldn't take you serious, I'm not at that point anymore.
Friend and I were talking the other day about how men so often have that one that got away for them. That one that years later they still think about, they still fixate about, and it was either they were too young at the time, they didn't know any better, or they fucked it up. But when you talk to women, it's very rare that you ever hear a woman say, oh yeah, he's the one that got away. And it's just so interesting to think about that men have this one out there for them that could have been this incredible love story, but wasn't.